What's up, YouTube? It's be your boy Mike. I don't make too many YouTube videos, and I gotta switch that up. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out what type of content I'm gonna create. So this is more or less a off the dome on the fly type of video where I'm at this shipper waiting to get loaded. But just to give you some idea, I want to talk about pretty much what the pitfalls of this trucking industry is. I originally got into trucking. I wouldn't say to be specific. I went to Prime, went through their trucking school May of 2015. So this will mark 4 years that I've been in this industry. I just want to give you my experiences and the lessons and the hard knock pitfalls that I went through trying to, go through this maze of trucking. Now, to be truthful, if I could start all over again, and now, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have done things a little bit more differently. When I went through Prime, I went and got my CDL, I went through their lease program. There's plenty of videos out there talking about the lease program, how it's a scam and everything. And what I can say is, yes, the lease program is not set up to help out the driver. But you need to have a game plan, and this is going into what I would do differently if I got into the truck industry. Number one is I would hone in on what type of freight I would be trying to haul. Like what am I looking trying to haul? I'm looking to do flatbed freight. I'm looking to do heavy haul. I'm looking to do drive-in. I'm looking to carry mail. I would just try to figure out what specifically am I trying to haul. And the reason I say that is simple. I'm looking to potentially go out, get my authority, and get a fleet of trucks. So if I knew now what I knew then, I want to potentially get into hauler mail. So what I would have did was I would have went and got my CDL. I would have went ahead and worked for like a UPS. I would have went ahead and put my experience in. E- either with a UPS or so. If I couldn't get into UPS, just get that year experience in. And during that time, I went ahead and got my authority. At least put it on hold for the time being, just to get my year experience in. Save up as a company driver, and go ahead get my own truck. Make sure I take it somewhere, have it looked at thoroughly, inspected and everything, and then go and contract my truck on with UPS. Work for them, and then when I work for them, learn the business and everything, and then determine and learn how to get contracts to the post office. Get that experience pulling mail, and then once I get that experience on with UPS and the postal service is pretty much one and the same. I've already been in the system, so when I try to bid on the contract, boom. You know what I mean? They already see that I pull for UPS. I got experience. I got my own truck, my authority. I got it on hold, but that time frame while I got my authority on hold, I'm building my business credit, um, trying to build up contracts, things of that nature. Save money, learn how to be disciplined, and to just live below my means, and then go out on my own, one truck, one trailer at a time, and just build my authority. That's what I would have done, and that's what I'm in the process of doing now. But unfortunately, you know, going to different carriers, doing the lease program straight out of trucking school, and just doing all this stuff, going from different carriers to carriers to carriers, it pretty much hindered me. I learned a lot, but I felt like I wasted a lot of time trying to chase after these big major carriers and go with these different companies because this company supposedly paid this percentage. So I'm gonna make all this money here and do this and do this and do this and do this and do this. I felt as if I'd be in a better position or the further position if I actually sat back, planned specifically what I'm looking to do, what I'm trying to haul, what I'm trying to get out of this trucking thing, and I would have been in a better position. So, truthfully, I advise anybody that's getting in this trucking game, don't get discouraged. There's plenty of YouTubers out there that's doing their thing. You got LaShawn, shout out to LaShawn. You got Still Hawkins. I follow Still Hawkins, and I would definitely follow him and listen to all his videos. He's dropping a lot of jewels. He has his own authority. He has his own fleet of trucks. So if you want to go the more traditional way, owning your trucks outright, building your fleet one truck at a time, and going that route, his videos has great vast amount of knowledge on that, as well as to talk about business credit and such not. And this is just from what I have seen in LaShawn videos. He got his own authority and everything. But he contract with a major carrier, which means that he gets a lot of discounts, and also he has the safety net um, that the major carriers provide when you contract with them. Um, But they're doing their thing. They're making a lot of money. They're doing their thing. So I would just follow both of them and just get bits and pieces of knowledge from both of these guys. But me personally, I just wish I would did a little bit more research when I got in the trucking game. I wish I would have known somebody that had their authority to really walk me through the process. So a lot of the pitfalls I went through were just hard knocks. Just going to different carriers, leasing, 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 leasing. Not stress this enough. Um, if you're gonna jump into a lease, figure out what you're trying to get out of the lease. Because if you jump into a lease program, I personally going through lease programs and dealing with lease programs, I personally would say if you don't know what you're trying to get out of a lease program, don't lease. Is because you gotta understand, like you leasing a truck through these major carriers, you tied to that carrier. So if your truck breaks down or the freight slows up, you still gotta make that truck know. And you're tied to that carrier. Not all carriers are the same. Some carriers haul different type of freight. Some of them may have contracts with better paying freight. Some may not. Some may offer higher percentages, but they have a lot of expenses. So you're paying more expenses even though you're in a nicer truck. And then you basically just living in that truck. And then you gotta live in that truck for 5, 6, 7 years with most of these carriers before you pay the thing off. By the time you pay the thing off, you're gonna have 700, 800,000 miles, and it's gonna be time for engine rebuild. You know, and I don't blame them because business is business. They gotta try to make revenue some type of way. Just if you're gonna lease a truck, personally, I wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't fault nobody for doing it because I have leased trucks before. Hell, I'm leasing a truck right now, so I'm not gonna tell nobody to not do it. I'm just gonna say know what you're gonna get out of it. Are you gonna lease that truck for the whole entire time and then buy it, or are you trying to lease a truck so you can get some revenue in your pocket, take that money and put down another truck? Now, I went ahead and got my own truck. Had issues with the truck, I had to get rid of it. So if you're gonna go and get your own truck, make sure you thoroughly check that truck out. Because the last thing you need is the sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears being on this road. Put down on your own truck, go and get your own truck, and now you got all these issues with this truck and you still got to make that truck note. So if you're going to go and get your own truck, if you're going to be making payments, make sure you save up enough money for the repairs. Make sure you thoroughly have that truck checked out, and if possible, get a truck with a remaining factory warranty. And if it doesn't have a factory warranty on it, have that truck thoroughly, and I mean thoroughly checked out. Um, and also, the one last bit I'm gonna touch on this before I end this video. Work on your business credit. Again, there's plenty of videos on YouTube talking about business credit, but I would highly advise if you're going to get into this game, if you're going to run a fleet, if you want to have a fleet, then build your business credit. Build your business credit, get your personal credit up, make sure you keep your home expenses low as possible, save as much money as possible, set up a corporation or LLC, make sure you put some money to the side. If you're making them really big $3,000 checks, $4,000 checks during the summertime, make sure that you just don't splurge like I did originally, and I learned from that to go out and just splurge. Save your money. Most people probably may watch this video. If anybody watches this video, if you're disciplined, good. You're going to be in a better position. If you're not disciplined, make sure you get disciplined because if you're going from making $500, $600 a week and you're making $3,000 a week and you're not paying taxes on it, you're going to go wild and you're going to put yourself in a position that you're going to regret that you did that. Even if you don't want to own your own trucks, even if you don't want to be a owner operator or any part of contractor or have your own authority, anything like that. If you're just going to be a company driver, do research on the company. Figure out what type of freight they haul. What is the home time? Um, how are they as far as with what is their company metrics are. Make sure you look into all of that information. And also decide what you're looking to haul. Are you looking to get into hauling oil? Are you looking to be in tanker? Are you looking to be in flatbed? Are you looking to be a reefer guy? Figure out what type of freight that you want to haul. Whatever state you live in, figure out what is the most abundant of freight that goes in that area. Because if you're a type of person where sooner or later you're gonna want to be coming home every couple of weeks or 3 weeks, over the case may be, you're gonna want to be with a company that has a lot of freight going through your state. So getting home won't be an issue. Don't be like me. I live in Florida and work for a company where they have barely any freight going into that state, and it's like an act of Congress to get home. Or if they do have freight going there, it's like once a damn month, or most of the time you got a deadhead back home. So I would highly advise, if you're the type of person you sooner or later like to start wanting to be home at least twice a month or so, go with a company that has a lot of freight going through your state. So those are just a little bit of my nuggets as far as what I would advise anybody getting in the trucking industry. There's money in the industry. Don't let people fool you or tell you there ain't no money in this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some people experiences may not be your experience. Um, some people may get into this and take off like gangbusters. Other people may get into this and it may come slowly, or this may not be something that is suitable for them. I have friends that went over the road for like 3, 6 months. Soon as they got that little experience, they're working home every night. So you just got to have a game plan. Like anything in life, you get in, especially in this trucking game, you need to figure out what are you going to do. Are you going to be a company driver? Do you sooner or later want to own your own fleet of trucks? Do you just want to just be a solo guy? Just got to figure out what you got to do and research what it takes to build an authority, how to get your authority and everything, and research, how much money how much money you need to have. It doesn't cost that much money to get your authority, but there's a lot of things that goes into just getting a piece of paper, MC, and a DOT number. There's a lot of things that go into it. So, again, this is Michael. I'm gonna start creating a little bit more content while I'm over this road, so I could have some sort of um, some sort of channel or some sort of medium to speak through while I'm out on this road. But other than that, if you're looking to get in the trucking industry, or if you're interested in any type of business credit or how to build your fleet and just want to see somebody young and went through the pitfalls, been there and done that, follow Still Hawkins. He's on YouTube. Just type Still Hawkins in the search bar or follow LaShawn. Those are two great brothers. They're on top of the game. They know what they're doing and they're making big moves. So I'll just be your boy Mike. Holla at you on the next video. Peace.